Hello everyone and welcome to a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to be showcasing a skin pack I made for the Shaun Clarke British Touring Car mod. These are the 2022 British Touring Car Championship liveries for all the drivers that participated in every round of the championship. Obviously some of the cars are a little bit different. I'll leave a little bit more information in the description below, and also the Ford and Honda liveries were made by other people. They were already made, so I'll leave a link to those down below as well. But without further ado, let's get into it. So we're here at Croft for a quick 7-minute race. I'm going to be on board with my fellow Yorkshireman Dan Lloyd, and let's get things underway as we've got Nick Hamilton in one of the Yazoo cars there. Obviously that's actually a Cupra in real life, but I used the Alfa Romeo for some of the front wheel drive hatchbacks. But into T1, keeping it nice and steady away. Same can't be said for Aidan Moffat as we get a good look at that Laser Tools Racing and the Power Max Racing cars as they go side by side around Hawthorne into the chicane. You'll see the Laser Tools Racing car just gets nudged off a little bit there, and that's going to slow a big group of cars down, and we just send it back down the inside. So using the Audi in place of the Infinities, so you can kind of rear wheel drive swap the Audis if you want, because the Infiniti is a rear wheel drive car. But anyway, back to the race then, up to P18 of 26, and we get a good look at Dan Lloyd's livery then in that what is a Toyota, but actually it's a Hyundai in the actual championship. But we've got a bit of a gaggle of cars ahead of us. There's Ricky Collard in the actual Toyota, and we've got one of the Power Max cars of Ash Hand up ahead of us. Just nip it up the inside of Ricky Collard into the slipstream of Ash Hand. As you can see, we're still side by side with Collard, but we're going to have the inside line as we come around the complex into the hairpin. We're going to dive it up the inside and just about manage to defend as we go around the outside of Collard. It gets a bit of a tap on his rear, but that helps us rotate the car, and we actually get the jump on Ash Hand as well, where as we go chasing after now his teammate Tom Chilton in one of the other Toyotas slash Hyundais. So into T1 then, onto this second lap, and we take a nice wide line around Hawthorne, and that actually lets Ash Hand get back up as inside. I like to take that wide line because you get a much better exit, but Ash Hand in that Power Maxed Alfa Romeo, obviously in the actual championship it's one of the Vauxhalls. But we're going to look up the inside of Tower Bend, not quite close enough to make a move, but on the exit it looks like we get a much better exit, and we can go chasing after this next gaggle of cars. We've got his teammate once again, Chilton. We give him a bit of a biff, tell him to get on with things a little bit as we come round then into Barcroft. A bit more contact locking up the rears, but we managed just about to save the car and get it back in a straight line. As we go up the inside of Chilton, we've got one of the BTCC Hondas. There's Jason Plato, the man himself. Hopefully we won't get punted by him today, as yeah, we also have one of the Alfas Hondas of Dan Rowbottom as well, as they're having a bit of a scrap and there's not really anywhere for us to go. So we take a nice wide line, try and cut back in, getting a couple of wheels over the curb there, but we get a decent enough exit. That's another position gain for us, and we can go chasing after Jason Plato in that BTC Honda. Like I say, the Honda livery is made by someone else, as are the Ford liveries. Everything will be linked down below in the description. But chasing after Plato then, we come round Hawthorne for I think the third time. Are we on lap 3 or lap 4? I've lost count. As we come through the chicane, then a very tight chicane, only one line through there really, so got to be careful. But we get a decent run out of there. We've gone purple in the first sector. Look up the inside of Plato. He's a bit later on the brakes than us though, so we have to tuck back in behind, be a bit more patient. We're going to have the slipstream though as we go into the Jim Clarke S's. You don't really want to go side by side through here, but we're going to do it anyway. A bit of a nudge behind Plato, we nearly send him off there, so it were actually us punting Plato. It's alright, I'm sure he'll be used to it from all of his battles with with Matt Neal in the past. Shame we don't have Matt Neal on the grid anymore, but anyway, we carry on then, chasing after the first BMW car. This is one of the car gods with Sicily Motorsport cars. The BMWs were quite tricky to skin actually, because the 1 Series is more of a hatchback kind of style than the 3 Series, but I tried my best. But anyway, we go chasing after George Gamble, and we can see we get a good run out of the chicane again. We're going to have a little look at that livery as we pull alongside, give him a bit of a nudge off onto the grass. Proper British touring car style racing there, but he sends it back up the inside of us, and we have to tuck back into his slipstream and carry on. Another big gaggle of cars up ahead of us. The next BMW is Stephen Jelly, and then there's another car up ahead of him. I think that's one of the Hondas as well, but we're just going to take it nice and careful as we go. That wasn't careful at all. A massive biff into Sunny Inn. That's we had to put a massive amount of opposite lock on, and once again just about managed to keep the car going in a straight line. But we're going to skip forward a little bit here, and you can get a little bit of a look at some of the other liveries of the cars ahead of us. But back to our POV then. We're on the next lap now, chasing after George Gamble once again, and here we come into Sunny Inn. This time we make a nice lunge up the inside, a lot cleaner, a lot nicer this time, and we can go chasing after the next BMW, one of the works BMW cars of Stephen Jelly, as we go round into the complex now. And right up his rear bumper, again going out wide a little bit, try and get a bit of a run into the hairpin as we go side by side. A little bit of contact made, but it's nothing more than a bit of bumper rash. And there we are then, ahead of Stephen Jelly. We can go chasing after Adam Morgan, the second of the car gods with Sicily Motorsport BMWs, as we come into T1 then on the second to last lap here. And we're going to get a pretty decent run. It looks like we've got Dan Camish and Adam Morgan up ahead of us as well. Sorry, Dan Camish and Bobby Thompson up ahead of us, and then there's Adam Morgan directly in front of us, as we get a good run once again out of that chicane. We pull to the inside. Can we get the move done on Adam Morgan as we go up the inside of Tower Bend? We're still side by side, a bit bumpy on the exit. We're still going side by side as we're going to go into the Jim Clarke S's then. And again, you don't really want to be going side by side through here, but we're going to do it anyway, and we just about managed to pull ahead of Adam Morgan. We've got 2 more cars up ahead of us now. There's one of the other Alfa Romeos, and we actually get up the inside of that Napa Ford, and we can go chasing after them Bobby Thompson, who obviously drives a Cupra in the actual championship, but I'm using, I think, as I said before, using the Alfa Romeo for those kind of front-wheel drive hatchback cars. But we go up the inside of the hairpin, then just nearly get pinched in a little bit as we have to jump and hop over that kind of inside curb there. But we just about get the job done, but because we hopped over that curb, it really upset us exit on the corner, and Bobby Thompson's going to come back at us up the inside as we go into the final lap of the race, side by side as we go around Hawthorne Bend, then try and get that nice cut back in so we can get a really nice exit out of the chicane. And there we go, a little bit of a switcheroo on the run down into Tower Bend, and I think this is probably going to be about where we're going to finish this race if we can just defend around Tower Bend. And it looks like we've booked ourselves P8. Not a bad drive from Dan Lloyd, as well, just in front of us there's the other BMW Works team. That's Colin Turkington's livery. You can see here's one of the Toyota liveries. I think that's Rory Butcher. Then you've got Ash Sutton in one of the other Napa Fords, and he's chasing after Hill in the Rocket Motorbase Performance BMW car. But it's going to be Tom Ingram who wins the race. He just kind of left the rest of the field there. So yeah, a very fun little race here. And yeah, I put a lot of work into these liveries. It's only my first ever attempt at doing something like this, so they're by no means professional standard or anything like that. I just wanted to give this mod a little bit of a new lease of life, as I absolutely love this this mod. One of the absolute all-time greatest Assetto Corsa mods in my opinion. But there you go, I'll leave all the links down below so you can maybe enjoy this these liveries as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, remember to hit like and hit subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.